Hey there, it's Debbie Reber, and today I'm going to be answering the question, how many times should I be revising my manuscript? And that really depends on your writing style. What a lot of writers do, myself included, is we focus on writing our first draft as that famous shitty first draft. It's the draft that we really let just pour out of us without trying to filter or edit too much. The intention is to get it down on paper so we have something to work with. And so then that first revision where you're going through that draft and really trying to shape it into something usable and something that works, something that you can really work with, that revision tends to be pretty intense, labor intensive. And I try to leave a little bit of time between when I finished my shitty first draft and when I dive into that revision, maybe a few weeks, so that when I revisit the manuscript, I'm coming into it with kind of fresh eyes. Now, after I've done that initial revision, I will then send it out to people. I have a couple of readers that I trust, and they're not formal editors, but they're people who read my work and give me really great feedback. My sister is my best reader. She gives me very constructive criticism, but in a kind and loving way. Anyway, I really trust her feedback, so she's always kind of the first person I send it to. And when I get comments back from those readers, then I'll do another round and just kind of see if there was consensus in the feedback, and I'll make a second pass. And once I've got that revision, then my revisions are more about editing. So, and I know this is common for a lot of writers. At that point, it's about cleaning up, refining. And I go through a manuscript anywhere from, I don't know, maybe 3 to 8 times. I might go through a manuscript from start to finish, and just each time cleaning it up a little bit more, catching little things, catching typos, strengthening things. Every time you go through, you're going to find more. And then, of course, if you're working with an editor, when you deliver that final polished manuscript to them, they're going to edit it as well. And then you're going to get back an editorial letter and a manuscript that's marked up with all of her or his feedback, which then you'll need to incorporate that. And that can be a pretty tricky revision because it's a completely different perspective. And by the time you've turned it in, you feel like you've got something really solid. So there are a lot of stages of revisions. And the truth is, with writing, we could revise and edit forever. At some point, it's good to kind of put your stake in the ground and say, okay, I'm done now. This is my last pass. This is good. I need to move on. But revision is a big part of the writing process, and I think it is where, for me, it's where the really good stuff happens. It's where I take something that's okay and I turn it into something that's great. Tomorrow I'm going to answer the question, how do I know when it's time to stop researching and start writing? Until then, bye!